In this video, you'll learn how to place an order for an ECG from Powerchart or FirstNet, how to locate an ECG order on an ECG machine and transmit the ECG into eCare. You'll learn how to review an ECG in eCare, including the use of the magnify, caliper and compare tools. And finally, you will learn how to match an ECG done when no order has been placed to the correct patient in eCare, typically an emergency workflow only. So here we are in Powerchart Touch. We want to order an ECG for an inpatient. I've got my Ward 2 patient list open, and I need to select my patient and open the record. Just as with any other order in Powerchart, I've got the choice of ordering either directly from the clinician workflow M pages, using the new order entry as shown here. Simply search for ECG and the order you want will be at the top of the list. Don't forget you can save this to your favourites. Alternatively, if you prefer, you can go to Request and Care Plans, Add, Order, again search for ECG, and complete the order in the usual way. You can see our patient now has a request for an ECG with a status of ordered. On the ECG machine, you'll need to select your location, in this case Ward 2, and see if you can see your patient's order. If you don't see the order, then you'll need to press the Sync button. Now we can see our patient. Simply select them, add your name in the yellow box on the right, followed by Done, and you are now ready to identify your patient and connect up to the ECG machine in the usual way. Once you're happy with the trace, you can press the ECG button and the ECG is saved. Again, if you're happy with it, simply press Transmit to send the ECG back into eCare. You should see a message like this, assuming transmission is successful. Back in our patient's record, if we go to Results Review and select the ECG tab, you can see that the patient has a completed ECG. Clicking on this result will allow the ECG to open for viewing. Let's now look at how to order an ECG from FirstNet. I'm in FirstNet, viewing Launch Point, and you will see there are a number of icons under the ECG column telling the progress of ECGs for various patients. Hovering on the icon explains the current status of any ECGs requested. If the column is blank, then no ECG has yet been requested. Clicking in this column in the appropriate row for your patient will open the ordering window for you to request an ECG. Simply tick, sign and close, and your ECG will be ordered. The icon on launch point will update appropriately. To take an ECG for a patient in the emergency department, we need to change the location to ED. You probably won't have this many locations on your actual ECG machine. If we can't see the order, then we should press Synchronize, and this should bring across the order so that we can now see the patient on the work list, select them, enter your name, and you're now ready to take the ECG as usual. Once you're happy with the trace, press ECG to accept, and then the transmit button to send the trace into eCare. Back in Launch Point, you will see that the status of the ECG icon will change to indicate that the ECG has been completed. Clicking on the icon will take you to the ECG, which can be opened by selecting ECG. Having viewed the ECG, closing this window will return you to the ordering section of Launch Point, where if necessary it's very easy to reorder a further ECG. Again, the icon in the ECG column will update appropriately. In an emergency, or if for any reason you're unable to order the ECG in eCare, select the Home button from the ECG machine, followed by the New Patient button. Enter the last name of your patient and your name, followed by Done, and then take the ECG as normal. When you're happy with the trace, press ECG, followed by Transmit, to send the ECG into eCare. Next, you need to match this ECG to a patient in eCare. And the easiest and quickest way to do this is actually now to order an ECG for that patient. That can be done through Powerchart or through FirstNet, as already demonstrated in this video. Now we need to match that order to the ECG. To do that, click on the heart-shaped icon on the toolbar to see all the ECGs and orders. Find the order for your patient that you have just raised, click on it to highlight, then right-click, and from the actions choose Match. So